Hey y'all, it's Alex from Saguaro here. And today we're going to be introducing our Adventure Series tire carrier. And of course, if you're building a Mercedes Sprinter van like this, you've no doubt already considered putting a tire carrier onto your van. And in our opinion, that's a very wise thing to do, as the factory location for your spare underneath the back of your rig is oftentimes actually inaccessible when you're in a situation you might need your spare tire. So getting that guy up and onto the back of your van is critically important. So we're actually going to be putting one onto this van here, so let's head to the back and we'll show you how to do that. Alright, so here we are at the back of the van getting ready to install our tire carrier, and as you can see, we've already taken ours out of the package. Inside the box you're going to receive the tire carrier itself, some spacers, the handle, and the hardware you need to install it. The tools you're going to need to install this guy, of course, a marker so you can mark where your hole goes, a pilot bit, a 7/16 inch drill bit, a step bit that'll go up to at least 1 inch or a 1 inch drill bit, either way, a 7/32 inch Allen key, and a 9/16 inch socket. We use ours on a drill, it's a little faster. You can use a wrench if you have to, not a big deal. Alright, so to begin this installation, you're going to take this rubber pad with the adhesive backing. It has it on both sides, and the corresponding metal plate here. Now, line them up with the backing against the door and the metal plate over that. And you're going to want to take off this backing and attach it to the metal plate. And of course, as you saw, make sure you have it orientated correctly. You don't want it to end up over here. So now we'll go ahead and do that. All right. And this piece will also function as your template for the hole that we're going to put on the back of your door here. So take your template, line it up, and you want to be sure that you're not over the edges. It squares up with the top here and the side here, and of course the radius down here. And then take your marker, mark your hole, and then drill it. Of course, we've already drilled the hole on our van, so you don't have to watch that, so we're going to skip that step. But as previously mentioned, you'll just use the 7/16 inch drill bit, and you'll drill through all 3 panels of the door in there. So here we are at the inside of the door, and now that you've drilled your 7/16 inch hole all the way through all 3 panels, you'll have a hole here, and this hole needs to be brought out to 1 inch in diameter. You can do that with a step bit like we did here, or you could use a 1 inch drill bit. Either way, we just need to get that to 1 inch so we can fit our socket through, and so our cap at the end will cover that up. So after you've completed drilling out that 1 inch hole on the back side of this door, go ahead and take a paint pen or a spray paint and just carefully touch up the edges of this so you don't rust these holes. And once you've done that, you'll take this pad with the sticky piece now, and be careful when you're doing this, so you only get 1 shot. But line it up to the door and stick it on there. And so also included in your kit, you're going to have these little locating plates. This one is used for the top bracket and this one is used for the lower. And you'll notice it has this cutout slightly towards the one side or the other. You'll take that, position it inside here like so. With the top one, this little notch is going to fit around the ridge up top. Pretty easy, they only fit one way, so if you're having trouble, switch it around, you probably got it faced wrong. And these bolts need to come in from the inside of the door, so the nuts will be on the outside. And this is important because if you have the nuts on the inside, your door will not close. So make sure you have the bolts coming from this side. And so we're ready to install our tire carrier. And we recommend 2 people to install this carrier, but you really only need them for a second to get this on. So I've got my partner Sean behind the van here, and he's going to put the upper bolt aligning plate in position. All right, now get the bottom ones in. Perfect. Now, the washers here, you're going to put on this side. You don't need a washer on the other side where the lining plates are. Go ahead and get these guys started. Alright, and now that we've got all 4 of these started, we're going to get our longer bolt over here. And we're going to move around to our bracket and install that 3rd bolt. So now that you've got the 4 bolts that hold the tire carrier to your door hinges here, you just want those loosely started. You still need to be able to move this around and get it lined up. But you're going to take your long bolt, and this is the only piece of hardware in the kit that gets washers on both sides. So put a washer on the back, and very carefully feed it all the way through the holes here. And take your round bushing and send this through the carrier.
Tighten that.
Alright, and we're just going to go around with your 7/32 inch Allen key, your 9/16 inch socket, and we're just going to tighten all these guys up. Okay, so now that you've got these guys tightened down with the drill, we're going to switch over to a hand wrench and just get these guys nice and snug. So for this longer bolt here, you can see you got to get into this hole. And the short side of your Allen key is likely not going to reach that, so you need to use the long side. Problem is, when you do that, you're not going to be able to spin your wrench and hold this at the same time. So you could use a pair of pliers to hold on to it. We actually have this piece of T-handle. We're not even sure what we made it for, but it works great for this purpose. And then with your socket on the other side, go ahead and tighten this up. There's not an exact number you need to hit. We're just looking for this bushing here to bulge out a little bit. So now that you got your tire carrier tight mounted to your door, we go ahead and close them up. And we're ready to put our spare on. Just roll it in. And just like that, she's in there. So you've got your tire carrier mounted to your van, you got your tire in the tire carrier. You're gonna take this piece here, this rubber cone, and this is going to insert right into the center of your wheel. Now, with your locking handle, screw it into the nut plate here. Alright, we're going to tighten this down. Be sure not to over tighten it. You just want the tire snug enough that it's not moving inside your carrier. Now that your tire is snug in the carrier here, you can insert a lock here to secure your tire in place if you like. And that completes the installation of the Adventure Series tire carrier. To find our Adventure Series tire carrier or any of our other Lost Saguaro products, check us out online at lostsaguaro.com or follow us on our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We'll catch you next time.